Today we're going to use the windshield wipe to isolate an arm and side control. Okay, so what's going to happen, my partner's going to be on side. Okay, I feel like he has a heavy frame. So before he starts getting that third frame in the knee, which is extremely common, guys, this is all too common, so we got to learn to address it. Before I feel like he's getting that frame heavy, again, I grab under the elbow. If you were here yesterday, I grab under the elbow and I switch my base over here. Okay, now I went back to side control, but still he's shipping heavy. So I end up in this situation here, and I want to progress from here. So what's going to happen before I go to cross body, since I know he has a heavy framing game, what I'm going to do is number one, I have the option of looking for the submission. Okay, one feels a little tight right now, but I have the option of going for the submission that we went over a couple months ago. We're not going to focus too much on it today. So right now, what this position, guys, very important to learn terminology. It kind of helps you understand. This is Kesa, okay? So we just went from cross body. If you guys forget cross body, it kind of like our bodies are forming a cross, okay? Over here, Kesa. Over here is reverse Kesa, okay? So it's important to learn those terminologies. So we're in Kesa right now. So I'm going to transition back to cross body, but I'm realizing that if I don't address his frames, he's going to escape. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to push his hand in between, and I'm going to step over and I'm going to pinch, okay, his arm over here. Okay, so what's going to happen when I pinch, I'm going to go back to my knee, okay, I'm going to windshield wipe. I can windshield wipe whichever route, but I'm going to windshield wipe over here, boom. And I'm going to go back to cross body. Okay, so sometimes I like to windshield wipe with both legs before I go ahead and transition, but his arm's completely trapped right now. So if he tries to get that arm out, the way he has to get that arm out is by taking his back off the ground. Once he takes his back off the ground, he can pull his elbow up, pull it out, and now he can start looking to escape. So if he does decide to take his back off the ground, it's going to be under my terms, not his terms. Okay, so what's going to happen here, if his back is flat on the ground, try to take that arm out, it's trapped, he can't. Okay, so here's where it starts getting a little confusing. Okay, so you guys get the windshield wipe part. His head is north, his legs are south, I have the south windshield wipe. If I have the north windshield wipe, I can't progress with the technique that we're doing today. Well, you could do knee on belly stuff, but I just want you to understand that which foot, the foot is important in this scenario today. We have the left windshield wipe, okay? So, sorry. So one more time, we're here. Okay, I'm pushing here. I pinch my knees, because in the process, if I go here, he can take the hand out. Okay, so I can't have my legs separated. So I pinch my knees and I go on my knee here. Okay, I'm still pinching, and I can windshield wipe with the right to pass it to the left. Boom. Okay, if you want. But I want to end up with the windshield wipe here on the left. I don't want him to pull his arm out. Okay, we'll continue with the next part once everybody's down here and feels comfortable, okay? When I switch to Kesa, okay, the idea for the person on the bottom is that he's not going to want to lose his frame. So if he has his frame in already, his frame is on this hip. When I go to Kesa, he's going to put it to the bottom hip. I don't want him here, okay? Because this arm, if his left foot is planted on the ground heavy, it's impossible to pull up. Let me pull it up. It's impossible to pull up, right? So I don't want him here. If he has his frame strong, I'm going to have to start switching to like reverse or start pulling pulling him off the ground because he has a strong frame. So if I feel that he's getting his frame, but his back's not off the ground yet, before he puts that elbow to the ground, I'm going to cup under it. Okay, once I cup under it, here's where I switch the base. Now he doesn't have the frame on the bottom hip. Okay, here if you want to recover, now we're here, boom, I'm recovering. Okay, but today we're doing a little different. So here, and it's cool because when you're here, he starts pulling the elbow to try to get that frame in the bottom, and it's going to help you push here, boom. Okay, so now I'm pinching my knee, I'm straightening. Before I get on my knees, I windshield wipe already with the north one. Okay, he tries to get it out, so I'm going to switch it to the south. Okay, and now I'm here. If I'm loose with his head here and he has his frame, he's going to get his back off the ground and start pulling that arm out. It's going to start becoming a mission. So I keep the concepts in my mind. Okay, I go to cross body, I need to be not allowing him to look towards me so he can't get the back off the ground. So I'm here, pinching. Okay, I go ahead, I windshield wipe, again here, and I pull him towards me. Boom. Now try to get the arm out one. It's going to be hard. He's going to have to work for it. Okay, so now, ideally I'm going to want him to like hug my head. Okay, so I don't want this frame. So if he has his frame, I'm going to start trying to get it out, and I'm going to want him to put the arm on the other side. Okay, now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna grab the arm and I'm gonna pull his back off the ground here. Okay, so what happens is that I'm grabbing the bicep or the shoulder and I'm putting my elbow on top of him. Okay, and that in itself is bringing his back off the ground. It's not easy to resist either. Okay, so from here I use my hand as a base and I start lifting up, but I'm lifting his back off the ground too. So now I just brought his back off the ground on my terms. You guys understand that? So now since in my terms, I'm the one controlling the match. He doesn't have a frame right now, I'm hiding my head. So now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna step over his leg and now I'm just gonna pivot. So I can get on the toes, my toes over here. I'm gonna pivot and my knee is going to not, you're gonna see. When I pivot over here, my knee is gonna point towards his armpit, boom. I want to make sure my knee's pointing towards the roof, okay? And usually when an armbar ends up like this, where my foot's under the armpit, it's you take the arm right away. Sorry, I'm not gonna attack your heart. Sorry, I forgot. You take the arm right away. You take the arm right away with you, okay? I don't want to adjust. I don't want to adjust and bring the leg over. The only reason I would want to do that is if he grabbed his hand. So if he grabbed his hand already, now, okay, I'm gonna make sure his head's being controlled properly. I can push his head, start leaning on the head so I can start adjusting my leg to bring it over, and now I can start looking to break the grip that he should be having right now. Okay, now